Now this is the brush spiccato. When you're doing brush spiccato, you want to make sure that you are using the lower portion of the bow. We'll say the lower third. So here's the frog, this is the middle, this is the lower third. So I'm going to demonstrate what it sounds like first. Now, when I'm doing brush spiccato, it kind of takes some focus for me because I'm not very good at it. But you're really listening for the even sound in between the strokes. This is uneven. But you want it to be really equal with the pulses. Da 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 da, not da 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 da. Your tendency will be to create an uneven rhythm. Whenever, in fact, your sound should be nice and even. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, the less bow hairs you use, the better it will be. I guess using more or less bow hairs changes the sound. It really depends on what kind of color you're going for. But essentially, when you're doing the brush spiccato, you're really being aware that the hairs are flat. You don't want to bow, like typically when we're doing a détaché or so, the scroll is, or the bow, the wood part of the bow is facing towards the scroll. But when you're doing something like the brush spiccato, you actually want to flatten the hairs so that more of the hairs are attacking the string. So if you're towards a scroll and you tilt it about, let's say, 45 to 90 degrees, your bow will be parallel to the ceiling, and there will be more hairs on the string. So that really changes the timbre of the sound. Now, when you're doing the brush spiccato, you want to make sure that you have a nice bow grip, and that a lot of the movement, you're really kind of leading with the forearm. You're going back and forth with the forearm. Now, you're not using the shoulder. That's just so much movement. But try to keep the elbow nice and stationary in one spot, and lead with the forearm, going back and forth. Well, that's essentially the brush spiccato. I wish you luck. Things to be aware of is making sure that when you're practicing this, you start slow, and as you feel more comfortable, start increasing the speed. But make sure that the elbow is staying in one spot and you're leading with the forearm. And make sure that you're keeping a good, firm bow grip. You don't want the bow to fly out of your hand as you're doing this. So good luck with brush spiccato.